This is That's Hilarious. We are here with my special guest today, Mr. Tiger Ruiz, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, dude?
Just hanging out,
Thank
man.
you for being here. Thank you for taking the time.
Dude. Thank you for inviting me.
Come, hang, chill, pod. That's what's up. I appreciate your time.
Hell yeah.
How you doing? How's life?
It's going good, man.
Yeah?
I'm fucking busy with the kids and
How many kids you got?
life. Oh, don't ask me that. Don't remind me.
Too many.
3.
You didn't come here to talk about
3.
your kids. You're right. Same.
3.
We're escaping
No, it's all
right
good.
now.
It's all good. It's part of it.
Yeah, it is, man. Well, props to you, dude.
Thank you, man.
You got to make it work. So today we're going to kick it old school. The original theme to this pod used to be think of something in your life that was hilarious to you. It could be past, present, future, and we'll just basically break it down and talk about it. So did you think about what you find that's hilarious about your life?
The fact that I actually had kids. I'm 32.
Yeah?
So I had kids. I got married when I was 21.
Okay.
And she wasn't pregnant.
So tell me how that went down.
I met her at church.
Really?
That we no longer go to.
Oh, nice. Dude, I got hit on by a crackhead last time I was at church.
Oh, my gosh.
She was like a part of the program, like the recovering drug addicts come to, and she was just standing over my shoulder. I go to church with my aunts because when she drags me out there.
Yeah.
Because she's always giving me an ear beating to go, so I make her happy to go with her.
Going.
Yeah. So I go to make her happy, but like I remember she had on this like tight orange red dress. She had like leg tattoos and she was wearing Jordans, and she came up to me and she was like, "Hey, are you here with your mom or your aunt?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "How old are you?" I was like, "Well, that's a random question." I was like, "I'm 29, 28." And she's like, "Oh, I don't see many gentlemen like you here."
Wait a minute. She's a crackhead and she said gentleman?
Yeah. Classic crackhead. And she's like, "You gonna be here next week?" And I was like, "I don't know." She's like, "All right." She walked away. And then, like, as the service ends and we're going outside, we're exiting, she comes up to me again. She's like, "You gonna be here next week?" I was like, "I don't know." I was like, well,
I'm going Catholic. I'm Catholic
like,
now.
"You can follow me on Instagram if you want." She's
I'm
like,
actually a Scientologist. This is the wrong.
she's like, "I don't have Instagram." And then I was like, "Well, all right." I don't know. She threw me for a loop because I'm usually good in social situations, but I didn't know what the fuck to do there. So yeah. Anyways, y'all met at church.
Yeah, dude. We met at church. And it's like, okay, we don't go anymore. And not to shit on anybody who goes to church. If you go, you go. It's your thing. You know what I mean? I don't care either way. But no, yeah, we met at church, man, and we were there for about 6-7 years. 6-7 years in it, and we just didn't like it anymore. It just wasn't. We started asking more questions and getting more deeper into it. And at one point, I'm like, fuck this.
So are y'all like atheists now?
No. I'm spiritual. I believe in some kind of higher form of power or whatever you want to say it. I just don't believe I don't believe that the Bible here on earth is going to explain everything for the universe. I think that, if you were born in India, you'd be something else. If you were born in a different country, you'd be something else.
Yeah.
So I do believe in a higher spiritual life form or whatever you want to call it. I'm not smart enough to tell you what that is.
No, I feel you. I think it's all by luck too, all by chance too. That our fathers dropped so many loads, you know what I mean? And the fact that we were the ones to come out of it.
We're the load drops,
it's pretty crazy, and we could have been born anywhere, you know what I mean? So I think it is all luck of the draw. So I'm lucky to be here and have these freedoms, and look at us getting all
getting all deep,
yeah. No, but yeah,
experience that shit, dude. Experience life. Live your life.
I kind of agree with you there on the whole Bible thing, because I feel like it's just an old book that was passed down like so many years where like the original there's no way it could be the same, you know what I mean? So I just feel like it's all. And
words have been changed. I mean, not to get all scientific and shit, but I mean, overall time, like language, words matter, and words have been taken out. Words have double meanings.
It's
crazy,
weird.
man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think about that shit sometimes.
Words mean shit.
Word mean exactly.
Words mean shit. So it's like, you can't just read it and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this.
So you met your wife there at church. How old were y'all?
I was 20.
You were 20?
I was 20 when we met. We were friends for a while. But like a year later, we got married. Oh, no, a year later we were dating, and then like 9 months later after that, we were engaged. I know what I want.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it's been good. And then like 3-4 years later we had kids, or 2-3 years later we had kids.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
why do you find that hilarious? So
Because
yeah.
I didn't think I mean, if you were to tell me like 18 years old in high school, like, hey man, you know, in a couple of years, 21, you're gonna get married and
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
meet the love of your
start, you're
life
gonna be love your life, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna start a family and this whole
Yeah.
thing's gonna happen. I would have been like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Nice.
you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
probably would have taken the scenic route. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, yeah, but no, dude, it is what it is, and it's been fun. It's good material.
How many kids do you have?
I got 3. I got 2 boys and a girl.
2 boys and a girl. What are the
Yeah.
ages?
8, 6, and 2.
Where do they live? No, just kidding. 8, 6, and 2.
Yeah, 8, 6, and 2.
What's the 2-year-old? A boy or a girl?
Girl? Actually,
Girl?
so I wanted a girl. It's
Yeah?
yeah, I wanted a girl first.
Nice.
If I would have had the girl first, I would have just been the one.
I have one kid too. Like I have that's another thing I find hilarious about my life. Like literally, I have
you
just
have
like
kids too, right?
Yeah, I had a one night stand.
That's awesome.
Little tequila baby, you know. So that just ended up because I was just like some random dude. So like now I have to be a dad. You know what I mean? I didn't plan
It
on
happens,
being a
man.
dad. I didn't plan on like just knowing how to be. I didn't know how to be a dad because like growing
Yeah.
up, like my
Who
pops.
fucking does, bro?
Yeah, so
Who the
like,
fuck does?
so I understand you there when you say that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you plan on having any more?
No, hell no.
No?
You fucking crazy? when my wife had my daughter,
Yeah.
in the surgery room, you know, because she had to get a C-section.
Oh,
So I'm in there with her.
I remember that.
And I see, and the doctor's like, you know, baby's out. We have our moment, and then like the last thing, she has to get sewn back up, right? So the doctor looks at me, and he's just like, "Hey, man," he's like, "So you know, what are we doing? Are we trying to have kids again?" And I'm like, "Dude, rip those out, burn them. I don't know. Like, we're not gonna." She's like, "Shut up." My wife's like open on the table. She's like, "Shut up."
Yeah. Damn. So do you remember? I remember the smell. It's pretty gross. The burning flesh of the C-section. I was like, what the fuck?
It smells weird, dude.
What was your first moment like with your kid?
My first one, or like this, my firstborn?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, the
It was
first one.
surreal, dude. It really was. Like, cause I was in there, like I was in there, and then like they brought him over. I cut, I cut the cord, and it's my first kid, and then they take him away, and then like, oh, you can go back there, and you could bathe him and stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I'm gonna take him a bath. So I took him a bath. It was just crazy, man.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy because I don't know if my dad did that shit with me. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But
That's a funny.
you know what I mean? But
That's
like,
a funny thought to
yeah.
be like. I wonder what my dad did with me.
Nah,
Because if it
probably-
was anything like
he was
our
asleep in the fucking
interactions-
waiting room.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit. My
Yeah.
first interaction with my son was pretty funny because I didn't know what the fuck to do. They were just like, all right, here, you can have your moment with your son.
Yeah.
Go back there 10, 15 minutes or whatever, just be with him. And I didn't know what to do, dude. So like literally the first thing I did was play Led Zeppelin.
Nice. I played some
Marley.
music too. Yeah. Actually, I played Bob Marley too.
I like your reaction to
Bob
that.
Marley too.
You did?
Yeah.
My
that was
man.
one. Bob Marley and John Mayer. I did Bob
Dude.
Marley and John Mayer. Played that shit. Dallas Green too. I do some Dallas Green in there.
That's so fucking
Fuck
funny.
yeah.
Dude,
That's
that's
the
so
shit.
funny. I've
That's
never-
the shit. Yeah. You want your kid to come into some good shit. You know what I mean? Not fucking banda.
Tiger Ruiz gets it, ladies and gentlemen.
It is what it is, man.
That's so fucking funny, dude. That's so fucking funny.
played some good
because-
shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is gonna be like. I was like, First off, like I played Three Little Birds by Bob Marley because I was like, I just want this to be soothing for him.
Yeah,
and
man.
then I was like, well, he needs to know good music too, so I played Stairway to Heaven.
Blow some weed in his face.
yeah, just getting high with him.
Come on,
Right,
son.
Dropping acid together. Fucking yeah, dude. Damn, that's so funny. I love that.
Yeah, it's
I love
it's
that about
surreal,
you
dude.
now.
Yeah,
That's-
it's surreal, dude.
that's so fucking cool.
But yeah, I think that was important. I actually told my wife, like, no, it's important what they hear coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That good shit, like rhythm, blues, whatever you want, soul. I don't care what it is. Just feel some good shit coming out.
Yeah, maybe old Kari will be peaceful since you heard
My daughter liked cranberries. I played cranberries for her, and like.
Oh, so the
Yeah.
next. Okay, so yeah, tell me about the next two interactions. Then you did the same routine.
Yeah,
You're
different
using
shit.
the
Yeah,
same material?
No, not material from other. Like,
You're
my
telling
daughter
the
likes
same
Chevelle. Like she'll fall asleep to Chevelle.
Really? How old is
Hard.
she?
She's 2, man.
She's 2.
If she's crying, I'm not even kidding. She'll be screaming in the car, fucking screaming bloody murder. If I pop in Chevelle, any song, and I crank it up, she's out in like 30 seconds.
That's
She loves that shit. She's a rocker,
Holy
man.
Shit. That's fucking awesome,
Yeah.
dude. And then, so what about your third?
My
Well-
that was my daughter. My middle child,
Yeah.
my son. same thing. Dude, he likes like rap stuff. He likes everything. He's like me. He likes fucking everything.
So you played, but you played music for all three of them?
Yeah. Oh, for
so
sure.
what songs did you played Chevelle for her?
Chevelle and Cranberries for her, John Mayer, and stuff like Thrice. You know what I mean? For my firstborn, Bob Marley.
What John Mayer song did you play?
All of them. Slow dancing.
All of them?
Slow
Okay.
dancing. Gravity. Gravity's a shit. You know what I mean? Not the cliche ones. Fucking, daughters. Although I thought about it. Like, no, I'm not gonna be this cliche. I'm gonna skip that one. I'll play that when she's one.
What did your wife think of that? Did you tell when you told your wife?
Nah, she was the same way. She was cool with it.
Yeah.
I had my moment. After she had her moment, I was like, all right, fuck off. This is my thing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was
Damn.
fun, man. It was fun for all three.
I love that. That's so funny because I thought I was the only weirdo out here that didn't know what to do and played some
Nobody
fucking music.
fucking knows what to do, dude. I'm still figuring it. I fuck up. My son's 8. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Damn, dude. I bet that's a fun age, but then that's a more dangerous age too because he's like he can really get into some
Smart,
shit.
bro. No, he's smart, dude. Like I'm proud to say I'm raising some pretty fucking awesome kids.
Yeah.
Like they're like I'm not even sweating it. It's not hard as much as I complain about it on stage.
No, yeah,
pretty cool.
I can't. Just the anxieties of whenever my son gets to that age, I'm just like, don't die. Like, don't do dumb shit, please.
Just be straight out, man.
I will go to jail.
I'm brutally
You die.
honest. I'm brutally honest with my kids. I don't bullshit. I don't sugarcoat it. I tell them the truth.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do for sure. As much as I can without like desensitizing them, I try to be straightforward with my kids.
You know what? This is a good topic because a while back ago on a pod we were talking about the talk.
Yeah. Oh.
The sex talk and about
Yeah.
the drug talk. What age you doing that? How's it gonna be? What are you gonna do? You gonna lie to them? You gonna tell them straight up?
As of right now, like my son's 8 and he's not really showing interest in girls yet. He's in his sports and his Yu-Gi-Oh and his Pokemon and shit. So pussy's like the last thing on his mind. But no, dude, he's yeah, I've told him like when it comes to girls like I asked him like do you like girls do you see girls you know what I mean do you notice the girls in your class and he's just like well yeah and I'm like I go do you have a girlfriend yet and he's just like why are you asking me this he's like freaked out I go listen I tell him like just respect girls
You finger banging?
just
Huh?
you finger banging girls
going
in between Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just straight out and I tell him just like when it comes treat the girls the way you would treat your sister.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the way you would treat your sister, that's how you should treat all girls. And I kind of just take it step by step. Once they start getting more into like the age where the sex starts coming into play, then the conversation will kind of change. But as of right now, it's just like treat the girls the way you would treat your sister.
Do you have any like bad kid karma that you're scared or worried about? Because like when I was a kid, I got into a lot of dumb shit, and I'm just like, oh fuck.
Definitely.
Like I hope this kid doesn't do the dumb shit I did.
Oh no, they're gonna do the dumb shit you did for sure. Like intentional or unintentional. Like it's gonna fucking happen. Like my son's a smart ass. Like I talk about it in my stand up. Like he really is. He's smart. He's 8 years old. Like when this kid when he was in second grade, he was reading at he was in a third grade reading group. Like this kid is like he's ahead and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like he pays attention and he's very quick witted. You know what I mean? He's a smart ass. He really is. So that's something that I'm like now, like, all right, go to your room. You're in trouble. Like, I don't want to hear it. You messed up. And he'll walk up to his room and be like, well, I did it last week. You didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So he's very smart.
Nice, man. So you never planned on having kids? Y'all just had them? Were they on accident or did plan them or?
Ish.
Ish.
It was like, you know what? We want to have them early so that when we do have kids, we're not old and tired and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
how old are you?
I'm 32.
You're 32? Okay.
Yeah.
So you had your first kid
At 23.
Okay.
23, 24.
I suck at math.
Yeah, me too. I'm just guessing, actually.
Yeah, I had my first kid at 25, and I was like, all right, when he's 25, I'll be 50, and hopefully I'll still be in relatively good shape by then. So I feel like that is a good age to have kids. And
I think so.
What is there anything that like scares you the most, or anything you're least concerned about?
What scares me the most is my daughter dating, man.
Yeah.
I want her to be a lesbian. She's gonna be a lesbian. She doesn't have a choice. She's living in my fucking house. She's a lesbian, guys. Lesbian Andy, that's what we call her.
Damn. So you're not more worried about like your son? Okay. So what are you more worried about? Your son's getting someone pregnant, or your daughter getting pregnant?
Honestly, I'm more concerned about my sons being in a situation that makes them feel helpless.
Well, there's such a big age gap too, so they're gonna cross that bridge first.
Yeah.
But what do you mean? Something that makes them feel helpless?
Like like I want to be able to leave this planet knowing that they can take care of themselves. Like I did my job.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're not gonna be this piece of shit or like you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Fucking serial killer. But not just that. Like have your own shit, be your own man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think about it like, oh, my son's at school right now. Like if somebody's fucking with him, can he hold his own? You know what I mean? Like I want him to be able to hold his own when I'm not around.
I
So
know.
that's what scares me.
That's because that's such a hopeless feeling too.
It is.
Like as a
That
father, you're
helpless,
just like,
yeah.
God.
Like
damn
when
it.
all this school shit happens, you're like, what the fuck? Like they're supposed to go there to learn, and I'm over here working. Like I don't want to get that fucking call, man. Like that's the last call you want to get. So I get it. Like I don't want to get into that, but I get it.
I was gonna say, are you political?
I'm not,
No?
dude. Listen,
No?
man. At the end of the day, I just want somebody to run the fucking country who isn't an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's bottom line. Whether you're blue, red, in between, just do a good job and don't be a dick. You know what I mean? Just do a good job and don't be a dick. It's basically all you have to do.
Tiger Ruiz for president, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
yeah, thank you. 2028 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, dude. So how long have you been doing comedy?
6 years.
6 years? No
6 years,
shit.
yeah.
Badass, dude.
Yeah, I started here in Texas, in San Antonio. I think I started around when you started. I want to say
No, I've been doing it for a year and a half.
no, but I've seen you when I was maybe
Mm-hmm.
somebody who looked like you.
Yep. There's a lot of us.
No, I know no
Pathetic-
shit, right?
yeah.
I am not Jay Valdez, motherfuckers.
we all look alike. We all look alike. But
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
6 years, dude. Yeah.
All right, so tell me your beginnings of getting into stand up and what are some of your goals, how you feel about stand up now, and just get into it. Like how
Yeah.
when did you start? What was your influence?
Starting, my wife made me start.
Really?
Yeah. She was
Nice.
like, you need to try it out. And we went to an open mic. I saw Big Al perform.
Okay, shout out.
So shout out to Big Al. He did awesome. And I saw Big Al and I was like, holy shit. Like this dude's really funny. I saw some other dudes, you know what I mean, go up there and I was like, all right. And then my wife was like, you should sincerely try. So I wrote 3 minutes. I wrote 3 minutes of jokes the best I could.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And to be fair, I did drama before, so I've been on stage. You know what I mean? So like,
okay.
I'm not afraid to be on stage.
Yeah.
I was in drama. I wrote the funniest shit I can think up with, and I did really good my first time, dude.
Nice.
So I think the owner of the club, Ruben, who was the owner of the manager of the LOL at the time,
Okay.
Ruben, he pulled me out and he was like, "Hey man, I've never seen you here before. That was really good. Do you write your own stuff?" And I'm just like, "Well, yeah." So that was weird. that was fucking weird. I was like, "Do you write your own stuff?" I'm like,
You
"Yeah."
joke thief?
No, I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "No, I write my own shit." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on you." And then like a year later, I had to move to Washington
Oh, no shit.
for 3 years, and that sucked.
Damn.
That sucked because they didn't have no comedy clubs up there. They had one.
In Washington?
Where I was at, yeah.
Hmm.
So I hosted there for every month for all the incoming acts that were coming in,
Nice.
and that's about it, dude. That's all the comedy I was doing was I had to have a new 10-minute set every month.
Yeah. What was the club called out there?
Joker's Comedy Club
Jokers?
at
Okay,
Richland,
nice.
Richland, Washington. Shout out to that club. It's awesome.
So then you came back to Texas?
Yeah, we went over there because my wife's dad got sick.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
So yeah, so he got sick and he's fine. He's doing good right now, but he's stable and we came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit, dude.
Yep.
That's
man.
pretty funny, man. So how do you feel about San Antonio comedy and the scene?
It's
and
grown since when I left, dude.
Since I guess when you left and when
It's
you came back,
grown,
what are
dude.
some differences?
It has fucking grown. It sucks that Jokesters closed down, right? Downtown Jokesters.
Yeah, jokes.
That sucked. But when that place opened up, I started noticing like, okay, so that place is open. We got the LOL. We got downtown. We got all these fucking open mics opening up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like everything was just kind of popping up, man. So when I saw that, I told my wife, I was like, dude, like when I get back down there, like it's gonna be full go, dude. Like I'm not gonna hold back. Like shit's popping right now.
Nice.
You know, so it was fun, man. It was fun seeing how it just grew in fucking 3 years. It just boom.
Good shit, man.
exploded, Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah, I started about like a year and a half ago, and Jokesters was still around. So yeah, I remember doing like Jokesters on Thursdays and LOL on Tuesdays, and that was a good two mic for the 2 mics a week, and then we need like a solid Monday and like a solid Wednesday mic.
Yeah.
I
I was trying to do that Finnegan's place. I don't know if you see it. Finnegan's, that bar. The inside of it looks like the Comedy Cellar.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh,
legit.
that's always dope.
It looks nice.
Nice.
But yeah, it would be cool to get a mic started there.
Sweet, dude. So that's hilarious. We broke down your kids, broke down the fact that you had kids because you didn't think you were ever going to have any.
No.
I like that.
Absolutely not.
All right, man. Well, we're introducing a brand new segment here
Let's do it.
called Name a Bit. And
Okay.
as you
Name a
see,
bit.
we wrote down some names of some comedians there, and I'm just going to say them, and I want you to see if you can name a bit of these comedians. Very random. So
Okay.
first on the list is Mr. Neil Brennan.
Neil Brennan?
Can you name a bit by Neil Brennan?
From off the three mics. Shit. You're putting me on blast, man. Okay, Neil Brennan, three mics. I literally just saw this a week ago.
Yeah. It's a great special. By the
Yeah,
way.
no, yeah. It's
I love
fucking
the
genius.
dynamic of it. He
The
goes
one-liners
yeah.
and the stories and like the fucking
Yeah.
self-deprecating stuff. Dude, I'm fucking drawing a blank. I did not expect that. That one I cannot.
That's okay.
I can't name a bit. I can say he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I do like when he talks about his mental health.
Yeah.
I will
he's-
tell you that when he talks about his mental health, it's so it can sound so dry, but it doesn't. Like it's so raw.
him out of like most comedians, yeah, he talks about it a lot, which is good
I
because
like
I
it.
think he's that's his life. Like he's from podcasts I've seen. I don't know him, but like I've just heard him always talk about shit and just the things that he's gone through, the fucking shock therapy, he's tried so much shit to just with therapy and mental health and stuff. So yeah, he's very heavy on that subject. One of my favorite Neil Brennan bits actually was on his recent special. It's so funny. He's talking about dogs, about how like they're all rescues. He's like, I hate it when people say like dogs are rescues, and he's like, yeah, they're all rescues. Like you fucking, like, they're like none of them are thriving. Like they're not managers of banks or some shit like that.
Lucy K has a good one about rescues too.
Yeah, so that's Neil Brennan, and then he's talking about like just political shit. He gets into the political shit about being liberal and being Democrat. I sent Pat a clip the other day. I don't know if he got it, but it was about Neil Brennan and just talking about pronouns and all that shit in public. I love Neil Brennan.
Dude, he's smart, man. He's smart and very witty.
Yeah. All right, and then
Dean Cole.
now we're gonna go to Dion Cole.
Dion Cole.
Can you name a bit from Dion Cole?
Dude, I don't really watch him.
No?
Sorry, I don't.
That's okay.
I don't watch him. But I see Ron White, tater salad.
Tater salad.
That's my dude. That whole story
Yeah.
with the cop, and he's like taters. No, he just says it, dude.
Yeah.
Tater salad.
Ron White is one of my before we skip past Dion Cole's got a new special out.
I saw that on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Charlene's Boy. I hope that's his mother's name.
I do like how he has the notepad with him and he checks it off sometimes.
Yeah, that's
that's
actually a bit. Like,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a bit in itself. Like, yeah, he's popularized that, and like on that latest special,
But it's part of his comedy.
Yeah, he
It's part of
busts
his
it out,
comedy.
and people go crazy because they already know what he's about to do. So like,
I guess it's that. I have seen him. I'm not like I don't follow all his stuff. I
Yeah.
have seen him do that. The bits,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You know, it's a good way to like.
it kills.
It kind
crushes.
of it gives up little pause to the crowd and like, the anticipation.
Yeah, his body language, the mannerisms he does,
Yeah,
like
I
when
love that.
something's funny, like his body language, he'll go to it and like write it off, and that whole thing in
Yep.
itself is like another joke, it's another
mannerism, yeah.
punchline. Yeah, so
Like, that didn't work. You know what
I
I mean?
love Dion Cole. I think it was I forgot what special it was. It was a special on Netflix. I think it was like where there was like multiple stand-ups in it.
Yeah.
And he says, like, one of my favorite bits he says is like, I like to go to the park and help. I like to get white people to help me find my dog. And then they're like, well, what's the name of your dog? And he's like, it's the N-word. So he's just like,
I saw that one.
N-word. So I was like,
I saw that one, dude. That was a
so
good one.
good.
That was a good one.
Oh man, I fucking love Dion Cole, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I
good.
highly recommend everyone go watch that newest special. It's so good
I'll check it out. I need to
on
check it out.
Netflix, and it's real tearjerker in the end. Spoiler. alert.
He gets deep.
Yeah, he gets emotional. He gets deep. It's a solid message throughout. It was like a whole roller coaster of fucking emotions, dude. It's fucking beautifully done.
I need to check it out. I need to check that shit out.
Name
Sorry,
a bit. Ron White, and you said tater
That
salad.
tater salad bit, dude.
Where he gets drunk in public.
Uh-huh.
Where like, yeah,
Tater salad.
they threw me into public. I was drunk in a bar.
He has a lot of good ones, dude.
Yeah, dude. I remember him like even so young, like watching the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Even with his drinking, he talks about his drinking. I love it.
Yeah, I just him, the whole Blue Collar Comedy
Yeah.
Tour. Say what you will about the other guys. Like I
They're
love
good.
Jeff Foxworthy. I love Bill Engvall. I
They're
love
good.
Larry the Cable Guy. Big blue collar comedy guy fan.
I like him.
And yeah, I remember watching those specials as a kid, and just thinking like, wow, that's so crazy. Because like to watch comedy
I would watch that as a kid too.
at a certain age, and some of them are just jokes, but then some of them are like they have points. And
Yeah.
I was listening to, I think it was Kevin Smith. Is that his name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Kevin Smith, the director and comedian
Yeah, the
from
Clerks.
Mallrats and Clerks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
He was talking
One of my
about.
favorites.
He was on Your Mom's House recently, talking about how like he was introduced to George Carlin at a certain age, at a young age, and he was like, I feel like I'm smarter for getting introduced to George Carlin at such a young age because it was such intelligent shit that he was like, I
Made
feel like
you
I'm
think.
smarter for having heard that and known these things. And I'm not saying that like I'm smarter for watching Ron White as a kid,
No,
but
you
I
were
was
woke
like,
up.
I was like more privy to like, I don't know, more stand up more than other kids were as a kid, I think, because I don't know, I just always thought it was so fucking. I just always enjoyed laughing.
Well, because you were fun, because it was funny and you wanted to be funny, and when you see funny
Yeah.
shit, you're like, oh, I want to do that shit. That's what it is.
Ron White, name a bit. You named the drunken public bit. One of my favorite bits of his is where he gets. Have you heard the duck pussy lip tacos bit?
I'm pretty sure I have. I just
It's
probably
it's-
don't remember it.
It's really funny. That's one of my funny bits too. All right, name a bit. Eddie Murphy.
Oh, the fucking the ice cream truck.
Yeah,
The ice cream truck bit, dude. It's oh my god. He was like, he's like, run, motherfucker, run.
You ain't got
I love you.
ice cream. Man,
You
that
ain't
one's
got
so
no
good.
ice
It's so silly, like, because it's so true. And that comedy is like, man, because they're just like talking about everyday shit, but
It's
he's
cutthroat,
making it
yeah.
so hilarious. Like describing the ice cream truck as a kid when you were little. Like just making that funny is fucking awesome to me. That's like a point where I want to get to where I'm just
Yeah.
like talk about anything and then just make it funny.
The
Like,
time helped
you know
too,
what I
though,
mean?
man. Like during that time, talking like that was like being that raw.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like being that like brutally honest with your language back then.
Yeah.
That shock value was like an extra boost back then, dude.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy was that guy. He didn't give a fuck.
That I feel that way about like Kennison as well too.
Mhm.
Like the shock
absolutely right.
value of just the scream.
Mhm.
Like you know what I mean?
He was
Like
a different dude.
yeah, because it just wasn't done at the time. And I think I don't know. Say how you feel about Kennison, but like it wasn't really all that funny. Like it was. I don't know. I'm always on the fence about Kennison because like sometimes I'll watch it and I'll laugh and I'm like, oh, that's great. And then sometimes I'm just like, all right,
There's different
enough of the
specials.
yelling.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Because there's one where it's like a lot of yelling, and then he has some where he's actually he's saying the bit, and he saves like the yelling for the punchline. You know what I mean, or something like that. So yeah.
It's crazy how he was like a preacher and then he turned into a comedian. And I forget what bit they like. Somebody made him not do his Jesus bit one time, and he went out there and did it. And the bit was like something Jesus everything would have been different if Jesus just had like a ladder and some pliers or something like that. Like his disciples are like, I'm sorry, Jesus, I wish you didn't have to die for our sins.
Dude, I love
and he's
talking
like,
about
I
that.
wouldn't. If somebody had a ladder. It's the fucking pliers. And he's just yelling. I don't even want to do Kennison's yell. But yeah.
Jim Carrey has one like that.
Yeah?
The Jim Carrey, he talks about doing one a long time ago about Jesus on the cross.
Mhm.
And like basically Jesus is like on the cross and he's looking down talking to people like, wait till my dad hears about this.
Nah. Jim Carrey's great.
I love that shit.
I remember I had a hack joke about Jesus. I was like, do you ever think Jesus was like upset at coffins? Like, you know what I mean?
I like that.
It's like he could have just
Jesus
been
is-
in a coffin, like, bitch. Y'all just
have
laying
that.
down.
I have a funeral bit about coffins rolling up into heaven in a casket.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, tell Jesus I'm here. My cousin painted
Nice.
it.
That old Brendan Potter is a fan of Jesus. Have you ever ran into him? You know him?
Brendan Potter?
Yeah. Brendan Potter, big Jesus guy.
Mm-mm.
I'm just kidding.
Well, seriously? I know who he is.
Yeah.
No, dude. You know what? I like talking about religion in my comedy.
Yeah?
And I want to talk. I've written one bit that's done really well. It's about Jesus turning water into wine.
Mm.
I've tried it. It's done really good. But in the past, it's been really hard because of my history with it. And I can come off like as a dick.
Yeah.
Like it gets too real and personal. You know what I mean?
I don't, yeah.
Yeah. You have to be silly with it. If you're gonna talk about religion, I think you just have to be silly with it. It can't be like an overall fuck you to religion. You know.
After doing stand up, I judge every form of public speaking different now. Like the preacher just going up there and saying like jokes and making everyone laugh. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Like you fucking
the
hack.
easy ones.
You're fucking out there just making them laugh every fucking Sunday.
That's basically what he's doing.
I'm out here trying to earn it.
And they're actually funny though. Preachers can be pretty funny.
Nah, don't do that. No.
No, like, I mean they're not comedians, but
Just kidding.
they're funny in the context of church. You know what I mean?
Oh man. No, yeah, I fucking hate them. I despise them. And what's the whole deal about what's the deal with the whole taxes? Anyways.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Have you ever seen that video of the dude getting ran up on by his private jet? He's some like televangelist dude. And he's and they're like they're like, hey, why aren't you paying taxes for your jet or some shit like that, or give your jet back or some shit like that? And he's like, Jesus wants me to have a jet.
That's
or
what he
something like
said.
that. Yeah.
He said,
like-
and he's smiling as he says it.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude. So that shit like that, man. That drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Like that gets under my fucking skin.
Yeah.
It really does.
All right.
I hate that.
Before we go on to any more rants,
I know. Yeah.
right.
Rory Scope.
Rory Scovel.
My
name a
top
bit.
3, bro.
Really?
Yes.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I asked Pat for this suggestion.
No,
because
I like this guy, dude.
I have not heard of it.
You need to watch him. You're gonna learn a lot.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn a lot about crowd work. You're gonna learn a lot about like not giving a shit and just going with your first thought. You're gonna learn a lot of shit. But that guy, he has a bit. It's actually his first opening bit, and it's genius. It's about anal. And he says anal like 35 times.
Really?
Yeah, he comes in, he's like, anal, has anybody done anal? Anal, 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 anal? Anybody done
Yeah.
And then it just becomes ridiculous to where like, and then he's like, no, yeah, we're still doing anal. Like, you have to watch it, man. It's fucking genius.
Do you when you I haven't seen any of
You
this
gotta
stuff,
check it
but
out.
I
It's
guess
good.
I hear that he's like a bit crowd work guy.
Yeah.
That's that's a talent. I feel like I mean you can naturally be good at crowd work, and then everybody's different, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to get better at it. I mean, I'm decent.
I don't really try it a lot because I'm like, I'm not there yet. I feel like I'm not there yet, and I just want to be like funny first, like just jokes.
That's
and
fair.
then I feel like once I get better, then I can fuck around with the crowd every now and then. But
when you're in the zone, you hit it though, because there's time where I've been like in the zone, like and like I'm just doing whatever the hell I want.
I'll have like a weird
know?
magical moment.
Yeah.
I had one time it worked. I had a
Better than none.
I had
That's good.
this one magical moment where I interacted with the crowd and it worked. But early on, I was trying to do dumb shit. Like I was asking the crowd a question intentionally, and I would shit on them. And I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Like this is stupid. You have to take a step back and like
Yeah.
realize like what you're doing and how you're sounding. How do you prepare to go on stage? What do you have like a pre-stage ritual? Do you kind of like the first thing you go up, you kind of vibing off the past guy, or like how do you feel?
I gotta hang out.
What's like the first thing out of your mouth? Do you have like a fucking like? Are you saying anal first off? Or are you like
Anal.
Like
So Jesus.
what's your head like before you get on stage?
My head before, I'm nervous, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a good thing, because once I get on it, kind of like once I start talking, whether it's a good outcome or bad outcome afterwards, it goes away. Like that nervousness kind of goes away.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, come on, I'll listen to music. I'll do whatever I have to get in the right headspace.
Yeah.
But what helps is hanging out with other comedians. Like hanging out with y'all guys, like before the show, like, or before we go on, like kind of gets the juices flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think helping
Feels good.
like hanging out, I guess, with another funny person, or having a conversation with the funny person, or someone you find funny.
Yeah.
And before you go on stage is good. And it helps to be silly and be in the silly mood.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Keep laughing like that. Nice, dude. Dope. Good shit. Well, I got to do my research on Rory Scovel.
You got to, bro.
But all right,
it.
so now we're gonna jump into another segment I like to do on here. It's called
Cool.
recommendations. I'm
Recommendations.
gonna ask you movie, music, comedy,
Oh yes. Okay.
and I want you to. We'll start. We'll start with comedy since we're already on comedy.
Okay.
Who is like one of your favorite comics, and what do you recommend people out there to go watch besides Rory Scovel?
Okay. I love Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah, he's a family dude too. You know what I mean? He's raw. He don't give a shit.
One of
You know
my
what I mean?
favorite Louis bits is the, of course, but maybe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where he's like, of course, racism is bad, but maybe.
I like he has this about dying and like the dead body getting like being donated to science. He's like, could you imagine being the F body?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's funny. You write an F on her tit.
Yeah. I love Louis. Have you ever watched the show? The Louis?
Oh yeah,
show?
dude.
Yeah.
Mhm. Awesome show.
That's a
It
pretty
was
good
filmed
one.
really good too. I like the way it was shot.
Nice, man. All right. What is your favorite movie?
We're getting deep, man.
It could be all time or
recent.
recent or like
You know what, man? I'll do recent right now. Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep.
What is that?
That's basically a sequel to The Shining.
The Shining.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen it.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Yes, that's a prequel to The Shining. It's
Okay.
one of the most. Yeah, dude. It's action packed. It's like you will be on your seat, like fuck yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. It's one of those.
Okay.
Great movie.
Where is it at? Is
Is
it on Netflix or?
Or Redbox, Netflix,
Redbox?
DVD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on DVD. I have the DVD. I bought it when it came out. But
Nice.
yeah, it's a great movie, man.
You have a huge collection?
Oh yeah, I have a fucking plethora of just DVDs,
A
man.
plethora.
A plethora of fucking DVDs.
Ah, where's that from? A plethora. You know what I'm talking about when I say
Plethora.
that?
I don't.
Movies?
Plethora.
Three Amigos.
Oh, classic.
You ever see that one?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Those are Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, man.
Yeah. Nice.
Those are good. The classics are always. I love Jim Carrey. I have Jim on my freaking arm, dude. You got Jim tatted on his
Oh,
face.
shit.
You got Jim Carrey, guys.
You
wanna
do
see
have a Jim Carrey tattoo.
Jim
That's
Carrey, yeah.
crazy.
That's my boy.
Wow.
We go way back.
That's dope, dude. One of my favorite movies of all time is Man on the Moon with
That's a good one.
Andy Kaufman.
Watch the documentary on that.
Andy and me?
I'm sure you saw it then, yeah.
I haven't, but yeah, he got really into character, right? That's what I heard. He
He pissed some people off, man.
Yeah, that
he really
too.
pissed some people off.
He was like, "Well, Andy would have done this too."
He basically said when in the documentary he's insinuating that like it wasn't him. He's basically saying it wasn't him. Like
Yeah.
that was fully Andy. He said.
Yeah, I've heard that. No, I've heard these things. But yeah, Jim Carrey obviously is one of the best favorites growing up too. Like him, Robin Williams, were like
man.
two of my favorites growing up.
Same
The
here,
Mask.
dude.
The Mask is great. Do you have a favorite Jim Carrey movie of all time?
Dude, I used to reenact him for my grandma growing up. Like
Really?
Yeah, man. She loved Jim Carrey because she loved Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey.
Nice.
So like I would reenact the Mask, Ace Ventura Part 1 and 2, Once Bitten. Like I even went that far back. Like I like the Once Bitten movie was classic.
Did you like his dramatic roles?
I did. Unbiasedly, because I was kind of like, okay, I love Jim Carrey, but can he really do this, dude? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I saw him do 23,
Haven't seen that one.
the scary one, he looks crazy, man. He did a good job just looking like mad and like he was losing his shit little by little.
I saw Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind
That's a good one,
recently.
too.
That movie fucked with me. I was like, oh
It did.
shit,
It's
this
sad.
is crazy. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
For that movie too, he had to be depressed for a lot, and I think he was on riding in cars or having coffee with comedians with that Jerry Seinfeld thing.
Yeah.
He talks about it,
Oh.
about that him doing that movie, and that he had lunch with Nicolas Cage, and he was still in character, and then Nicolas Cage was like, I gotta get out of here. I just can't talk to you right now. Like,
Damn.
It was just like I can't do this with you right now. It
He was gone in
crazy.
60 seconds.
Yeah, dude, it was gone.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, man.
All right. Do you have a favorite musician? A favorite music, favorite band?
Yes.
What would you be jamming?
I like all kinds of stuff, but my favorite musician, favorite music, City and Color. City and Color, man.
I fucking love City in Color.
Love that shit.
Blackbird, right? Is that called
Blackbird,
or Through the Night? No. Through the Night. Is that what it's called? City in Color?
Yeah,
Fuck.
dude. No, dude, those are like 2 songs, yeah.
I'm trying to think.
There's a lot of them. There's a Northern Wind. My wife walked down the aisle to that song.
Really?
Oh, yeah. If you haven't heard Northern Wind, you want to drop the panties, play that song. It works. It will work.
Are you a music while fucking guy?
Yeah, dude. Oh
I'm
my
not.
gosh.
See, I
See,
can't.
but I go to the beat. I end up fucking it up.
Sleeping Sickness.
Sleeping Sickness is good. Fragile.
Lover, come back. Fragile.
Fragile Bird, right?
Fragile Bird. That's what
Fragile
I'm
Bird,
thinking
yeah.
of. Yeah.
That's a good song.
Through
dude.
the night. Yeah.
Mhm.
City in Color, man. That's dope.
As much as I ever could. Badass song.
Okay. Nice.
Check that one out. That'll make you cry.
Did you do that InstaFest app thing about the music festivals?
I did,
recently
man.
going
What was
around
that?
the interwebs.
What was that?
It was like just Spotify. It's kind of like a Spotify Wrapped Up. Do you have a Spotify Wrapped Up?
I have a Spotify. I don't have the Spotify Wrapped
The
Up.
Spotify Wrapped Up.
Mm-mm.
Nice. Yeah, it kind of just does the the year-end review of your year on Spotify. It's like
Oh,
your top
cool.
artists, the songs you listen to the most,
What?
and shit like that. Yeah.
A memory lane of your Spotify interactions?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that to see what
What?
yours were, but yeah, dude, mine. I wasn't even on Spotify.
If I had to pick it, like based off of what I click on, it'd be just like a bunch of podcasts, Joe Rogan and
Yeah, what podcast do you listen to a lot? Joe Rogan.
I like those like murder mystery podcasts too. They're fun. They're fun.
Really?
They dig them up. Like they go back and they're like, oh, did he really kill this person?
Bro, I can't get into those, dude. Like
They're shitty ones.
I haven't
there
even
are shitty
tried
ones.
to. That's the other
They're
thing
shitty
too.
ones,
Is like
though.
I want to know the person doing it. Like I'm not going to be
I got you.
interested in it.
I got you.
Like
Yeah.
like if Jim Carrey were to do something like an audiobook about a murder mystery or short story, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all in.
There's-
But I don't want to just listen to some random person that I don't know because I just won't.
There's like
I
4 or
already
5.
am not interested
Yeah.
in it. But I mean, once you fucking get to know them, I guess it'll be all right.
Really, just go. I go based off. If I'm being honest, I tell myself if I could listen to this voice for 2 hours, I'll hear it. If their voice is annoying, I check out. And I'm like, I'm on to the next.
I mean that too, dude. Because like it's it's gotta be a vibe for me.
Yeah.
Because honestly, all I've been listening to like too much, I would say, is Are You Garbage?
Are You Garbage?
Have you heard that?
I haven't. No.
Oh, it's such a great podcast, and they just sit down with your favorite comics and find out if they
That's
grew up
dope.
to be classy or just a big old piece of trash.
That's cool.
Yeah, they
Are you
just
garbage? What
yeah,
you
they
got?
just ask Are you garbage questions like Did you fucking do this as a kid and blah blah yada yada
That's
yada.
dope.
So like yeah. I've been listening to that way too much. It's hard for me to get into Rogan more nowadays because
Yeah.
like the last time I tried to listen to Rogan was like he had Sean O'Malley on, I think, and he was just
Yeah.
talking about like thoughts. He's like, I think thoughts are a life form, a different. They're their own living beings.
He's
and
getting
I'm like, I'm
deep.
just like, what are we doing?
I
here?
like that shit though, dude. Like that sciencey shit. That
I
he
love
likes.
Rogan.
I love
though.
it.
I
dude.
love
Oh, no, he's
Rogan.
good, yeah.
I believe he's our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
You wouldn't be surprised.
Absolutely. No, he's the king of pods. I fucking love him. I love him for all the dope people that he brings on.
Hell
like,
yeah.
you know, there's a lot of Rogan haters out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not one of them. I love Rogan. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's just if I listen to him too much, then like you start to adapt. Like
He talks. You know what it is? He's talking deep with the wrong people.
sometimes
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. I mean, I think he's a great guy. Fucking,
hell
he's
yeah.
a solid dude. But I just think when you listen to someone so much, you can start to adapt their own like ideologies and
That's
stuff.
true.
And it's like, I like to be able to think for myself because sometimes I like catch myself like fucking doing
Joe Rogan said
something.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. I'm just like, just fucking.
No, I'm definitely like that for
think
sure.
for yourself, Jake. But But like you
I'm
know,
a research guy though too. I don't just hear something and I'm like, oh yeah, he said that. Fuck yeah! Like I'm someone who has to go. Like I'm gonna Google the shit out of it.
See, I'm like Rogan said it. It must be true. I'm like that.
Even with the Bible,
naive.
dude, with the Bible, like no, I'm gonna read this 9 times before I make a decision.
No, that's the dog. I believe him. Whatever. But yeah, dude. I don't know. So I like to be silly. I love Tiger Belly. Tiger Belly's cool.
Tiger Belly
your-
podcast funny.
Your mom's house. You know, Two Bears.
2 bears, 1 2 bears, 1 cave.
Drink Champs is dope. It's a non-comedy podcast, but Drink. You ever watch Drink Champs?
I have seen that one. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I'll check it out. Drink Champs.
Yeah.
What is it about? Did you get all fucked
It's
up?
with Nori and DJ Effin. They're like some hip hop legends, and they just bring people on. And a fun game they play is like on the spot. They like ask like Tupac or Biggie. And
Hold
they're
on.
like,
Is that the podcast that we're
they're all drinking and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I've seen that one.
yeah.
I didn't know what it was called.
Drink Champs. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah. They have all the liquor everywhere.
Yeah.
Kanye
yeah.
went on with the mask and shit.
Yeah, have you seen
Yeah.
this guy?
the
Have,
fuck is
have
going
you heard
on,
of this?
dude?
You seen this? Yeah, that dude's wild and lately.
I don't know what's going on. He needs help, bro. Like in a serious note, he just needs fucking help. Like for real.
I feel for him.
Oh,
It's getting harder
brutal.
and harder to defend him. But
I love his music. Just stick to making music, man.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh
I mean, hey,
my gosh.
you can't. Nothing gets better than that, Kanye. But yeah, he was recently
it's a train wreck. You can't look away.
on Alex Jones. Well, because I feel for him, man. Because it's got to be so hard to like manage that level of fame and money. Like I would like
that's true.
just even
it fucks with you.
thinking about that gives me anxiety. If like every single thing you did was criticized, like it could drive. I'm
I
sure
don't want
it
to
would
be
drive you
famous.
crazy.
I don't want to be famous. Not that famous. I want to be famous where I don't have to wait in line. Not
But
be
if,
fine.
I mean, as long as you're living healthy, you know, you probably got you got to be like mentally strong and shit like that. So I think, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's
Poor guy.
fucking. It's a weird machine there. But anyways,
Yeah, he went off
yeah,
off the deep end, bro.
yeah. Hitler was a great guy.
And that's the clip of the podcast.
Yeah. He didn't. What did he say? He was like, well, he said he saw good in Hitler, right?
I mean, I
'Cause
guess you
he
can
was-
find good in. I mean,
Because that's a sweet quality.
he's like, hey, listen, I'm a glass half full type of guy.
He's a sweetheart, dude. Like murderers, listen. They fucking. I think he was like listing the things he invented or some shit like that. Or, I don't know.
Hitler was like he was constantly on drugs. The dude was like he was high like 97% of the time.
Yeah. There's this dope thing called like Hitler and his Nazi regime. Hi Hitler in his Nazi
Hi
regime,
Hitler.
and it's talking about like his drug use and how he would give his soldiers like Pervitin and
Yeah.
which is now known as meth. And yeah, man, that's so
That was
wild.
rowdy.
Dr. Feelgood would have to he would literally have to like fucking stab him with like meth every day to rise from his bed.
Dude, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't write
What?
down speeches. He was an improv guy.
Sounds like when I get up in the morning.
Yeah, dude. Hitler,
Wow.
Hitler was crazy, man. So it's kind of hard to defend Kanye on that one.
No,
but,
he ate the bullet on that one.
And I wonder.
He's gone.
Nah,
Anyway,
yeah. I still love Kanye though.
no, yeah, listen to his music sometimes.
Name a bit, Kanye West.
I like his Hitler bit. That was a
Yeah.
great bit.
Well, dope, dude. Do you have anything to plug? You got anything coming out soon? You got
Just shows, man. I got the Rough House Brewery and San Marcos.
Yeah.
That's gonna be coming up on Thursday. We're doing that Thursday.
nice.
So that's coming up, and then we got the MC contest. I think you're on that.
Oh yeah, on the 7th. That
We
should
got the
be
MC
fun.
contest. Vote for both of us. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be a fucking tie.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be fun. I haven't been in a comedy competition in a while. I think I've been in
This is my first one.
1, 2. I want to say 2, because I remember when I first started, I started at this one in Corpus Christi, and I placed third.
Good.
I placed third, and then yeah.
And you got crabs. In Corpus.
No, not at all. It was actually really embarrassing. I placed third on that one, and then at Jokesters.
I wish I would have been able to perform there, man. That sucks.
Jokesters, I had a comedy competition there, which I also placed third. So now maybe the third time is a charm. I'll place third again.
Do it. Third for third.
So yeah.
Third for third.
Yeah, man. That should be fun. That's coming up on the 7th. Where can the people find you at? On like
yeah.
Facebook or Instagram?
At Tiger
or?
Ruiz Comedy on Facebook. And my Instagram one's so stupid. It's at Tiger_Ruiz_comedian. Yeah, I wanted to be unique.
I got an underscore in there too. Follow me at Jakey5_. Follow BarbacoaCore.
Barbacoa.
The YouTube channel. Go like, subscribe, share a podcast there. Anywhere you find podcasts, just search That's Hilarious. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. I think that's about it. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No,
before
we're
we get
good.
out of
Yeah,
here?
I had fun. Thank you
Let's
for
go
having me,
wrap.
bro. This was good. This is actually my first like legit video podcast that I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you got to fuck
Yeah.
Pat now, because that's the
Yeah.
this is the casting
Let's
couch.
do it.
It's not over yet.
Let's do not. This is cool. This was fun. It takes getting used to, but I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for doing it. I really do take the time. I like to sit down with people who I've never sat down with you before.
I appreciate you
and had a
me, man.
conversation.
Yeah.
Especially about comedy. That's something that, like, you know, I feel like we could just naturally talk about for
Oh, yeah,
hours
for
and
sure,
stuff like
dude.
that.
Yeah.
So it's dope. It's cool. I'm happy. I feel like I know you better now.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely chill.
maybe-
We'll shoot the shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we could circle jerk it up and
Yeah.
go on dates.
Favorite activity.
Yeah.
We're gonna
all
do that.
All right, man. Peace, everybody. Bye.
Later, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Sweet.